Hello, it's me Ian and welcome to Help. My school trip is magic. Our magicians are no longer supply teachers. They're now masquerading as staff in some popular attractions. And because we know you know them, we've disguised them even more. We've secretly filmed the results with special hidden cameras. Today, we have an exciting trip to an athletics stadium planned. I'm actually quite active myself. I actively avoid exercise. Which is why I've invented this. It's the jogging inducer. Oh, cake. Here's what's coming up. Cake, I need to give me cake.
This is the hard trick.
Fergus's athletic magic stretches the imagination and turns heads at the track.
Give it a twist all the way round like that.
James shows you brilliant skills with a coin and a card and tricks of the trade. You've been sending in clips of all your best magic tricks, and later on I will be picking my favourite. It's the wannabe wizards. And John's about to blow some minds with spooky magic as the head curator at this attraction. Or should I say, the shrunken head curator. Cake, come here, Cake, come here. Oh, do you think you'd be able to tell if your school trip was magic? Do you? Cake. This is John and Fergus, great magicians and busy mates. What's that? Oh, John's got Fergus a new pack of cards. And a dice. And a pen. A lolly, Fergus likes those. A crayon, how did that stuff get in there? Oh, there's more. A ball, always handy. What else is in there? You keeping notes of all this? That was always on the cards. Wow, indeed. But wait till you see the school trip. Here are year 4 and 5 getting on the coach. They've been set up by their teachers and their parents. They think they're going on a regular school trip, but it's going to be magic. They're going to the Lee Valley Athletics Centre to see the high-tech sporting facilities where gold medal winning Olympians Christina Horrigu and Greg Rutherford trained. Little do they know they're about to see some champion magicians achieve their personal best. That is after they've been disguised so the kids don't recognise them. While John and Fergus get wigs affixed and makeup applied, the class are on their way, blissfully unaware of what lies in store or indeed on the track.
Adios!
John and Fergus are good sports for dressing as Team GB coaches, and John is going to play Fergus's dad, because he's no athlete.
I really would be proud to have Fergus as a son. Obviously, I'm not old enough for that to happen, but if I was, he'd be my third choice.
Here come the kids now. Hope the magicians are all warmed up and ready to go. I think John's saving himself for the big event. They better make their way to the starting blocks. The school trip seems perfectly normal so far. They're excited to see the world-class track, but soon they'll be wowed by a world-class trick, or 3. John and Fergus, or should I say Dad and Junior, are on their marks. Here comes the class and they're ready. Get set and go magic.
Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, and welcome here. This is the Lee Valley Athletics Centre, responsible for training highly efficient athletes like myself and others that you might have seen on the television competing in games. Now, my name is Mr. Wigon. You can call me Ivor. That's my first name, Ivor. I'll let my friends call me Ivor.
Hang on a minute. Did he just say his name was Ivor Wigon?
This is my son here. This is Radley.
Radley Wigon?
He's just training up, aren't you, Radley?
That's right. Yeah.
Speak up nice and loud, son.
That's right, yeah.
Wonderful.
Fergus has a squeaky voice and he's in disguise. It's squeaky bum time.
Get down and give me 5, son. Get down and give me 5. Discipline.
The girl with the pink flower doesn't know what to make of John. She should join the club.
See how he did that? Didn't even flinch. Well done, son. That's lovely. Now, one of the things that we do when you arrive here is obviously dish out the equipment. I've got the small equipment here. We keep these in the sports equipment buckets.
As not used by Team GB, but watch that bucket carefully. It's magic.
We keep things like the tennis balls for the tennis players. We keep the shuttlecocks for the shuttlecockers. And then the other thing, of course, is my favourite sport. It was my Olympic sport. I competed for 35 years in the pole vault. In fact, I still hold the world record, I might say, for the over 20 stone category in the pole vault.
Bet John bent that pole vault like he's bending the truth.
Now, I carry my pole vault in here as well. I just keep it there.
Hang on a second, how did I get in there?
So that it's all ready for me. Beautiful piece of equipment.
If you put all the rope and mouths together, you'd make the Olympic rings.
That is Irish maple. You don't see a lot of Irish maple. Now,
They are loving this athletics lesson, but John won't let them pause for a breather just yet.
we also have to do what we call research and development.
Research and development.
Now, one of my favourite sports, and Radley's here, is the 4 by 100 metres. And I've got a new little thing that we've developed for the 4 by 100 metres. I'm going to show you now, I'll just get it.
Here comes the next leg of our magical school trip.
Now, the 4 by 100 metres is all about the baton passing. This is a baton. Now, this is one that we've developed. This is the new aerodynamic baton. You can see that it's slightly thinner at one end than the other, so it travels through the air a lot quicker. In fact, we have shaved a third of a second off a lap just using this new baton.
The baton's more like a magic wand. Keep your eyes on it. A gold medal winning trick is hurtling towards this class.
Now, we're going to demonstrate our baton changing, but it's very fast, right? So fast, right? You might not even see it. It's like a blink of an eye. So we're going to do it in slow motion. All right? Even then, you might not see it. So we'll imagine now that I've just ran the 300-metre leg of the 4 by 100 metres, and I'm coming now down into the last straight. We've got Radley there. He's in position. And just imagine in slow motion, we're running like this. So here you go.
Whoa, it's like Super Saturday, the London Games all over again. John's doing this in slow-mo, because otherwise you'll never see it happen. Whoa, the baton flew through the air from John to Fergus. Let's get a rewind. The speed of light, but in slow-mo. I didn't even see it go. The class are speechless. John and Fergus are milking their golden moment, but no wonder.
Wonderfully done. I think you'll agree. Well done, son. Beautiful passing of the baton there.
The lesson's already world-beating, but can they top their own record with some body and mind stretching magic?
That's right. We go all the way down and all the way up.
Now James is going to set you a magical challenge in tricks of the trade. If you fancy yourself as a magician, here's a trick you can try on your mates. First, you need to balance a playing card on top of your index finger. Then place a coin on top of the card, balancing on the end of your finger, just like James is here. Touching only the card, James is going to show you how to get the card off your finger, leaving only the coin balancing on your fingertip. Sounds pretty amazing, eh? James just has to psych himself up first. Keep watching and you'll find out later in the show. It's gonna be awesome. It's time to rejoin our school trip to the athletics stadium. John and Fergus have been posing as coaches for Team GB. Let's hope our heroes don't trip up before they collect their medals for magic.
As well as doing, the research and development and the giving out of the equipment, the other thing that we have to do, of course, is stretching and exercise. And Radley here is a bit of an expert, so I'm going to hand you over to Radley now. He'll tell you a little bit about the things that he does here. Where you go, Radley?
Thanks, Dad. So today I've brought with me, this is called the hyper extension machine.
He'll be hyper-extending the truth.
The hyper-extension machine allows for a greater amount of flexibility. So I'd like to demonstrate that for you now. Who'd like to see it?
Very good, very good.
So I'm going to take
You want
my
me to get
shoes
you in
off.
it, son?
Yes, please, Dad, if you don't mind.
The class are getting suspicious, but Fergus is about to stretch their belief that little bit further.
There we go. So I'm going to get in here like that.
In you go, son.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Dad. Lovely. Yeah. Put my head through. Here, great. So in the hyperextension machine, what we've got is a microfiltration system. A microfiltration system that circulates heated fluid around the machine and around the muscles. It means I can stretch them further, more than you would think otherwise humanly possible. So we're all going to start off by breathing together in a nice relaxed way. So, and in. That's it, nice and calmly and slowly and smoothly. Slowly and smoothly wins the race.
That's right, son.
Right, when I breathe in, I want everyone to stretch up to the air. So stretch up. Good, and then stretch down. Good, and then stretch up.
Fergus's hands are stretching up in the hyperextension machine.
And then stretch down. Whoa!
Whoa, how low did his hands just go? How low did their jaws just drop?
This time we'll change over. This is the hard stretch, isn't it, Dad?
Watch him go!
Down and all the way up.
Wow, he's one bendy magician.
Okay, and then back again.
That's incredible. How does he do that?
But of course, Dad, like you've always said to me, it's important you've got a flexible neck when you're doing
that's
exercise.
right, son.
I'm going to stick my neck out and predict this trick's going to get even better.
So I've made sure now that I've got a super flexible neck.
Wow, he just rotated his head to full 360 and he's winding the class up good and proper with this muscular magic.
Now it's not just the upper body you need to do, it's the legs as well. So I stick my legs out the side, like that, and then I stretch first to the front and the back at the same time.
His legs are out and the class's eyes are popping out.
And then I'll change over again, just like that.
They cannot believe it.
And then once I've done that and held that for a little while, I can shake it out, just like that.
Shake it out, more like leave it out.
Will you let me out now?
I'll get you out, son. Don't you worry about it.
Who enjoyed that? Isn't that cool?
John's letting him get out and it's time to let the secret loose too.
Now this brings me neatly onto my next event. And that is to tell you that I am not actually an Olympic training athlete.
They're not as shocked at that fact as you'd like them to be, eh, mate?
And neither am I.
Get out of town.
In fact, my name's John, and I'm a magician.
They didn't see that one coming.
And I'm called Fergus, and I'm also a magician. And all of you have been set up by your school and your parents. There's a camera over there, there's a camera over there, there's a camera over there, and you're going to be on CBBC's Help My School Trip is Magic!
Well, mow me down with a feather. That was by far the best magic I've ever seen. Let's hear what they thought about it.
I thought that trick was spectacular.
Fergus' hyperextension machine stretched the class's belief to the limit.
He put his hand on the ground and he put his head up in the air. That was fabulous.
He made their heads spin and, well, his own.
His head went round and round. That was really just weird.
He looked like he was running through the air and had their hearts racing.
I was so happy. I'm just, wow.
The school trip had no idea that Fergus and John were magicians. How long would it take for you to shout? James will reveal the secret in Tricks of the Trade. Have you worked it out yet? And will it work when Katherine and John put their heads together on another school trip? Come on, be more positive. There's an eye-popping trick featuring Fergus like you've never seen him before.
Isn't that horrible?
Will he fool the class or will they realise their school trip is magic? But first, we ask you to send in clips of yourself performing your best magic tricks. We receive loads of clips from all over the country. Each week I'll be choosing a favourite wannabe wizard and showing them to you guys. My wannabe wizard this time is Ali from Wakefield.
See this card? Normal card here. Put it in my hand. Magic wave, and it stands up.
Wow, that deserves a standing ovation.
And a card. And what's really cool is I can move the card in the air. And it's floating, there's no guidance, and it is a normal card.
You might think it's on a piece of string, but how does he pass his hand around it?
Round, round, round my hand.
My head's spinning. Let's get a respin.
Thank you for watching.
The pleasure's ours, Ali. Great trick! These are magicians Katherine and John. They're about to fool another school trip, but not before John has bounced around. Katherine's got plenty to throw into the mix. Double the magicians, double the fun. This is year 4 getting on the coach. They've been set up by their teachers and their parents. They think they're going on a regular school trip, but it's one big school trick. They're going to Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. And they won't believe what they're about to see. Just in case we're disguising our magicians. That's not John, is it? Oh, it's worse. Only joking, handsome. While Katherine and John get their stories straight and their wigs straighter, the class they must face are on their way and they have no idea what on earth is waiting for them. Katherine and John have adopted some interesting alter egos, and as a heads up, they also have some help from a little friend.
Do you recognise him? Ugly, isn't he? He's not that tall in real life. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not.
The kids have arrived and they're enjoying the weird and wonderful exhibits. It's the perfect cover for our magicians, since they too are strange and unexplained. The magic's weighing heavy on John's mind, but they need to get a move on. The kids are getting close. It's okay, Katherine, you're looking good. School trip incoming. Their minds have been expanded by the exhibits. Now they're going to be melted by some magic. Take it away, Katherine.
Hi, boys and girls.
Howdy.
Hi, my name is Heidi Claire.
Heidi Claire? That sounds like I declare. Well, let's hope she doesn't declare she's magic.
Now, we have a lot of remarkable things here, but I'm going to talk to you specifically about the more unusual and mysterious ones we have. In fact, this is a little collection of my favorite items. They look very old and strange, don't they? And they belonged to a lady called Ida Guess.
Heidi Claire, Ida Guess, but the school trippers still don't suspect.
She was an old fortune teller that came from North Africa, and this is what she used to wear. You can see she used to dress in a very elaborate way. And right down here, we've got an old scroll.
That scroll contains a prediction. Keep your eyes on that because it will become very important.
Now, this is a prediction that Ida wrote over 150 years ago. Can you believe that? It's a very long time ago. Now, all of these different things here on the table, this is the thing she used to carry around with her. So she used to carry around quite an elaborate looking mask like this, and it's got some nice colors on that. And then also she used to carry around this carved out wooden heavy jug as well. And we've got here a pyramid of carved out pretty little elephants too. Now, Ida said if all of these items were separate, then they didn't have any power. But together, they had an awful lot of power and they could control what people would do and think. Could you imagine?
She's messing with their minds, but she's soon going to read them.
So I'd like one of you to come up here and help me. So who'd like to come up? What's your name? Claudia. That's a very pretty name, Claudia. Come on up here.
Step forward, Claudia. You're about to star in a great trick.
That's great. Now, boys and girls, you can imagine working in a place like this. We get an awful lot of deliveries of all kinds of strange and wonderful things. And it's our job to choose what we're gonna do with them. So we do one of three things. We either sell the item, we display it, or we store it. And you can see here, we've got all the different signs here to show what we're gonna do with them. So, in a moment, Claudia, what I want you to do is choose one of these items, but I don't wanna see what you're gonna choose, okay? So I'm gonna stand over here like this, and I'm gonna close my eyes so I cannot see what it is that you're choosing. So, Claudia, when you're ready, I want you to pick up whichever item you like for on the table.
Claudia's picked up the elephant statue, but Katherine doesn't know she's chosen that one.
And I'd like you to place that item behind display. Great, have you done that? Okay, so you've got two items left. I want you to take one of those items and pick it up.
Claudia's straight in there with a jug. Katherine can't possibly know her choice.
Okay, I want you to place that behind the sign that says sell. You see that on the table there? That's great. And finally, I want you to pick up the last final item. And I want you to place that one behind the sign that says store.
It's the tribal mask, but Katherine still doesn't know.
Thank you so much for your help, Claudia. Now, obviously, I have no idea which item would be placed where.
Katherine didn't know which order Claudia would pick up the artifacts, but now she's about to surprise them with some amazing fiction.
Do you remember right at the beginning I said that Ida Guess had made a prediction over 150 years ago?
A prediction that's been there the whole time.
And this is the prediction that Ida made. It says, you will display the elephant, you will store the mask, and you will sell the jug. That's kind of spooky, isn't it?
How is that possible? How did Ida guess? Guess.
Is that amazing? Yeah. Wow.
It's magic and it's a bit spooky.
Thank you very much.
Katherine told him a tale about a scroll that would foretell the future.
Now, this is a prediction that Ida wrote over 150 years ago.
Claudia from the class picked the items at random and put them in place.
That's great.
There's no way Katherine could have known the order. The prediction was right.
You will display the elephant, store the mask, and sell the jug.
But the trip's about to get a fright when this shrunken head is brought back to life. Now it's time for James to reveal the secret and tricks of the trade. James, who has been patiently standing like this, will show you how, touching only the card, he can get the card off his finger, leaving only the coin balancing on his fingertip. He's been in training for this for ages. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Let's get a rewind! You just need to give the card a hard flick right on one of the corners and practice loads. Did you get it? Now you've got a trick with a flick to flip your mates' minds. It's time to rejoin our school trip to the Museum of the Weird and Wonderful. The kids think Katherine is way out there, but still don't suspect she's magic.
That was lovely. Thank you very much, everyone.
John's about to turn the whole outing on its head.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much for coming to see us here at the attraction. Now, I'm in charge of some of the stuff here. I look after what we call the oddities. The oddities, yes. We call them oddities. In fact, my wife says I'm one of the biggest oddities here.
We're all thinking it.
I don't think she likes me, my wife. Anyway, I'm one of the curators. That's what I do. I curate the things. In fact, I like to think that I'm the head curator, but I'm not the head curator. I am actually, even better than that, I'm the shrunken head curator. That's marvellous, that, isn't it? Who's heard of a shrunken head?
They haven't heard of it, but they won't forget it after John's trick.
Shrunken heads, right? They don't do them now, but hundreds of years ago, the tribes, right, in places like Ecuador and Peru, you know, in South America, they used to get the enemies, right, and when they captured them, right, they'd shrink the head right down really small.
Grisly but true.
Now, the problem is, right, with shrunken heads, there's a lot of fakes. You can't tell the real ones from the fake ones. Now, my job here is to make sure we know what the real ones and the fake ones are. Now, normally a good way of telling a real one is they're very ugly. They look horrible. Ugh. Now, I've got a shrunken head to show you. I've got one over here, look. And
they are fascinated by John's chat. Hope he doesn't get too big-headed.
Now, brace yourself, because it's an ugly little fella. Look at that. Isn't that horrible, eh?
That little face looks familiar. Maybe I've seen it in a nightmare.
Now, there's only one way to tell if this is a real shrunken head. And what we have to do, you see, to tell if it's a real one, we have to rehydrate it. You know when you have mashed potato and you have that stuff out of the packet and you put the water in, it all goes back up to mashed potato.
She's nodding nervously.
That's like rehydration. So what we can do, if we can put all the water and the moisture and the vitamins back in the head, it makes it nice and big, you see, lovely. So we can do that with one of these. This is it. This is my rehydration unit.
Or a box of tricks.
Now, we can give it a try with this one. I'll just put the box over here, like that. And then when I put the head in the box, you see, all the moisture will get sucked out of the atmosphere and put back into the head, and we find out if it's a real one. That's lovely, isn't it?
They can't believe this. It sounds impossible.
We'll have a little look. Look, I'll just put it in here like this. Just there, hang on. Just put it there, look. Wonderful. Now, what will happen is I close this door, like that, and what happens now is that head gets rehydrated. It sucks the moisture from all around us and all the vitamins and the minerals and the bits of egg, anything that's in the air.
John's getting carried away.
There could be egg in the air, I don't know. And it sucks it all into that box like that. And then hopefully we can find out if it's a real one, you see, because if all the air's back in, it should look like... I know!
Oh, the shrunken head is rehydrated. I nearly did a nervous wee. Me pants!
What I can tell from that, you see, as soon as I've done that, I know that is a real head. Marvellous, isn't it?
I've seen that head before. I never forget a face.
Yeah, isn't that good? Oh! I think it's a real one. I think it's real, boys and girls.
That's Fergus's head, but where's his body? You can see right under the table. There's nowhere to hide.
Look at you.
Oi! What are you doing here?
It speaks.
I'm just talking to them about shrunken heads and everything. I thought you might want one, that they were one, and I was
You don't even work here.
No, that's enough of that.
Don't you shut that trap back up. I'm telling you, don't you do it. Let me out.
Shh.
The The head's back in, the secret's nearly out.
He's actually right, boys and girls. I don't really work here. And in fact, I don't really talk like this. I talk like this. And my name's John.
And I'm Katherine.
And this fella here...
I'm Fergus.
I knew him. He's not just a pretty face, that Fergus. Not even.
And we're all magicians.
You're the collective sigh of relief.
And you've all been set up by your teachers and your parents. And there's a camera over here, and there's a camera over there, and there's one up there, and there's one over there. And you're all going to appear on CBBC's Help My School Trip is Magic!
That trick was incredible. Hope it doesn't go to their heads, shrunken or not.
It was amazing. It was just amazing.
Just put it there, look.
John put the tiny yet familiar looking head into the box.
Like that.
First the head was small and then it was really big.
Because if all the air's back in, it should look...
The shrunken head was rehydrated into a full-size one.
When I saw that it opened its eyes, I was really scared.
Oi! What are you doing here?
It spoke and it was Fergus. He had a bit of a headache.
You don't even work here!
It was kind of like petrifying to me because I didn't think that would actually happen.
A petrifyingly good trick, and this school trip were totally fooled. Not all shrunken heads are ugly. Check out this beauty. See you later. But until then, if you're on a school trip and you think something magic's going on, maybe you'll find yourself shouting, "Help! My school trip is magic!"